I'm going to quickly talk about my first coding challenge that I had. I had my first phone interview earlier this week, and I actually made a video about it, but I don't want to put it up in case I do get the job or don't get the job and feel that it's not necessary to put up the video, or there could be something bad happen. I don't know. So I will put that up if the right situation calls for it. But anyway, my coding challenge was essentially the company I'm interviewing with has given me a scenario in which I have a client and the client needs help with dealing with some of his subcontractors, and I was presented a few of the issues that this guy was having, and I do have the ability to create the app from scratch in whatever language I want and come up with any user stories, wireframes, all that, all on my own. So I think it turned out pretty well. I'm speaking on Sunday right now, July the 5th, and I think I spent probably a good 30 to 40 hours on it at least. I was able to spend quite a few nights during the week. I think all 3 nights after Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I spent majority of my time dealing with the project. As mentioned in my week 10 recap, I spent a little bit of time styling during the class, and then instead of doing the homework that was assigned, I did the coding challenge. But I was able to have a 3-day weekend, which was really helpful, so I was able to spend as much time as possible on it, and I completed it. I feel pretty good about it. There's still a few bugs, but I learned a lot in the process, and it was really nice not having the instructors as well as my co-students near me, because I didn't have any help to go find or whatever. I was only able to use really Stack Overflow and the documentations. So I learned a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. However, through all the aggravation, I definitely saw growth within myself. And my biggest accomplishment was dealing with Heroku. If any of you have dealt with Heroku and deploying an app there, you know that there are issues, and there can be some serious issues. And if you don't have much experience with it, it can be a pain. Essentially, whenever you deploy and there's errors, there's a whole log of them in your console, or excuse me, in your terminal. And I somehow managed to go through all the errors, read Stack Overflow for a few hours, and was able to deploy the app. The importance of that was it wasn't expected that I did it. I was only expected to turn in the GitHub repo, but since I uploaded to Heroku, now I have a working app to give to my prospective employer, and he can see that and get an opinion on it instead of having to go through the hassle of deploying it to his own computer through GitHub. So I'm very confident with that. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and it definitely gives me momentum and optimism for my final project. And it was really good to finally see how much we've learned. Being on my own was very difficult at times. I definitely had a natural propensity to want to ask a friend or look for an instructor. However, with that not being an option, since it is for an interview, I was kind of forced to learn on my own, and it felt good to be able to read the documentation, to sit back and relax and try to fully understand the material and implement it, and I was pretty successful, so very happy with that.